Master, I thank the Savior, thank God. Hey friends, this is I Thank God in the key of D flat, and this is a really simple way to chord along to this song. I hope you have a lot of fun. Make sure to stop the video. If you click on the description below, you will find the link to the chord sheet, and it'll make a lot more sense as we dive in. All right, so this is in the key of D flat. So oftentimes people don't want to play in this key, but I'm going to try to simplify it for you. I think this is the original key they actually played in, but it's super fun, and it's a challenge for sure with the D flat key. So I want to start by playing the G flat. So we have 5 chords. We have G flat, A flat, B flat minor, D flat, and E flat minor. Don't let that scare you. The black notes are fun to play. All right, so let's start with G flat. So we're going to play 3 black notes for this chord. So we have G flat, B flat, D flat. Okay, and I'm just moving fingers 2 and 4 out of the way for you so you can kind of see which notes and fingers I'm playing. I like to play chords with fingers 1, 3, 5 for the most part. So that's G flat. All right. If you kind of shimmy your right hand over a little bit and you kind of naturally come into this space right here. You're coming off of this G flat chord. Here is where these 3 fingers land. So we're playing A flat, C, E flat. Okay. And for this chord, if you remember it as an upside down triangle, that might help you. So we have 2 black notes on the top and then our white note in the middle. So it makes this upside down triangle. Okay, so that's our A flat chord. All right, then we have B flat minor. And we're going to just play, I'm going to play fingers 1, 2, 5 for this chord. So you're going to play B flat, D flat, F. So for this chord, it's kind of like a curved line. So we have 2 blacks and 1 white. Okay, and it's B flat minor right there. All right, then shimmy over here to the D flat. So we have D flat, F, A flat. Okay, this is an upside down triangle again. So we have the 2 black notes, white note on the bottom, making that an upside down triangle. Okay, so that's D flat. Okay, and then our E flat minor is just going to be moving up 1 more. And sometimes I use fingers 1, 2, 5 for this one. So we have E flat, G flat, B flat. So we have 3 black notes for this chord as well. Okay, so there's our E flat minor. Okay, so review. We have G flat, which is all black notes. And you might want to jot down that, on your piece of paper, maybe say G flat, 3 black notes. Okay, A flat is an upside down triangle. So you could write, a little triangle above those chords to help kind of jar your memory a bit. That's A flat. Okay, then we have B flat minor. You could draw a little curved line if that helps you, kind of just a half of a rainbow there. Black, black, white. That's B flat minor. Okay, D flat. You could write a triangle above those D flat chords. Upside down triangle for our D flat. And then E flat minor is 3 black notes as well, just like our G flat. Okay, so take some time going back through that portion of the tutorial so that you're really becoming familiar with the notes of the chords, maybe shapes if that helps jar your memory a little bit easier than remembering note names. But when I remember kind of those shapes and even, write them above each chord, that helps kind of solidify which notes make up each chord when we're working in a little bit trickier key. All right, so what's kind of fun about our left hand is normally we're playing, I'm teaching songs in the key of C or, where we don't have black notes hardly at all. And this song, we're going to be playing only black notes with our left hand, single notes. We're going to be playing single notes down here while we're playing the chords in our right hand. So when you play a G flat up here, you're going to be playing the G flat note down here. So the way left, so pinky, A flat is going to be our ring finger. B flat minor, we're going to play B flat down here. D flat, pointer finger. And E flat minor, we're going to be playing our thumb. So we can kind of keep this hand here the whole song and begin to memorize. You're matching up, G flat to G flat, A flat single note to A flat chord up here. But just kind of lock these fingers up here and don't move this hand, and that'll help so that you're not focusing on 2 hands at once. All right. I'm going to sing and play through verse 1. Bear with me. You're doing great. Once we get into it, there's a lot of repetition, and I'll show you that here in a minute, and I'll teach you the rhythm as well. Wandering into the night, wanting a place to hide this weary soul, this bag of bones. I try with all my might, but I just can't win the fight. I'm slowly drifting, a vagabond. So this one you could play as fast as you want. It's probably a typical, pretty fast song, but for the sake of teaching you this tutorial, I'm going to keep it pretty slow. Let's talk about patterns. Like I mentioned, the verse 1, 2 are the exact same chords. Okay. Let's look at lines 1 and 3. They're the same. And lines 2 and 4 are the same. Okay. So there's repetition. We're just going D flat, G flat, D flat, D flat, G flat, G flat, D flat. For the rhythm, this song is written in 4/4 signatures. So it works really nicely with a ratio I call 1 to 2. And that simply means you're going to go together and then just the right hand. Together and then just the right hand. Together, right, together, right. Together, right. And you could practice that on any of the chords that would get your hands into playing that nice marching rhythm. And that gives you a good foundation to be able to play and sing along to this song. Okay, let's go through verse 1 together. Starting out with that D flat, and maybe you want to omit the left hand altogether. You're starting out with this upside down triangle here in the D flat, okay? Wandering into the night, wanting a place to hide this weary soul. G flat is all black notes. Soul, this bag of bones. Then back to the D flat. Bones. Okay, then keep on that D flat. I try with all of my might, but I just can't win the fight. I'm slowly G flat, drifting, a vagabond. D flat. Okay, all right. Let's look at the pre-chorus next. It picks us up with A flat, and you're just picking up this ring finger here. And just when I ran. Okay, so for this pre-chorus, I do what's called block chording. So you just play 1-to-1 ratio where you're just blocking through the chords one at a time. And just when I ran, here's that B flat minor. Out of the road, G flat. I met a man, I, D flat. Didn't know, and A flat. He told me that, back to the D flat. I was not a G flat. Low, and then you can pick it up here. Here's the D flat for the chorus. Picked me up, you. E flat minor is just all black notes here in our right hand with E flat in the bass. Turn me around, you. Back to the D flat. Place my feet on G flat. All black notes. Solid ground. I thank the, sorry about that, got the rhythm off here. Master, I thank the G flat. Savior, because you, D flat. Heal my heart, you. E flat minor, all black notes. Change my name for D flat, upside down triangle here. Forever free, I'm G flat, not the same. I thank the B flat minor. Master, whoops. Master, I thank the G flat. Savior, I thank D flat. God. Okay, then you just go into that verse 2, which is the exact same as verse 1. Pre-chorus looks to be the same chords as well. They just change up the words. Let's look at that bridge. Starting out with the bridge, you're playing D flat, and I think you're coming off of singing maybe a chorus, so you're kind of already coming off of that D flat. I thank God. Here's the bridge. At last another one. I am free. I am free. I am free. A flat. I think this is the melody. I think this is the right tone of it. I might be off a little bit on their melody. At last another one. B flat minor. I am free. I am free. And D flat. I am free. At last another one. I am free. I am free. I am free. A flat. At last another one. Okay, B flat minor. I am free. I am free. Like I said, I might be a little bit off on, I can't remember while I'm recording. I cannot remember the tone of the melody of that bridge. But anyway, you can just go through those same chords. If you notice this pattern, lines 1 and 3 are the same, and lines 2 and 4 are pretty much the same as well. So take your time with this one. I know it's a typical, not your typical, easy one that we normally teach in key of C or G or D or A. These D flat keys can be a little bit tricky because you just got a lot more block notes to worry about. All right. But take your time working through each hand, working through each section, verse, pre-chorus, and bridge and chorus, and then put it all together. All right, let's play it beginning to end, and you can jump in with me. When you find your mix up, just find your next word, syllable, chord that you can keep playing with me and have a lot of fun. Here we go. Wandering into the night, wanting a place to hide this weary soul, this bag of bones. I try with all my might, but I just can't win the fight. I'm slowly drifting, a vagabond. Just when I ran out of the road, I met a man I didn't know, and he told me that I was not alone. He picked me up and turned me around and placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because you healed my heart, you changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, thank God. I cannot deny what I've seen, got no choice but to believe. My doubts are burning like ashes in the wind. So long to my old friends, burden and bitterness, you just keep them moving. Now you ain't welcome here. From now till I walk the streets of gold, I'll sing of how you saved my soul. This wayward son has found his way back home. You pick me up, you turn me around, and you place my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because you healed my heart, you changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, I thank God. Hell, lost another one. I am free, I am free, I am free. Hell, lost another one. I am free, I am free, I am free. Hell, lost another one. I am free, I am free, I am free. Hell, lost another one. I am free, I am free, I am free. You pick me up, you turn me around, you place my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, name. I thank the Master. I thank the Savior. I thank God. The Master, I thank the Savior, because you healed my heart, you changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the